Hello, you delectable fellow humans. Here you are again. This week, I am going to show you around the Airbnb. It's all finished now. The only thing we are waiting on is an amazing hot tub. I'm just going to show you what we've changed since we lived there. So we're going to come back and make a leek risotto. I've got some leeks in, so we're going to have a lovely umptious leek risotto for tea, and it's a Weight Watchers recipe, so it's within my points today. Earlier on, I took my lunch to work. I had pre-prepped it yesterday, however, there's been a breakdown with my camera. What I'm going to do is I'll show you my lunch and I'll just quickly talk you through how I made them. So these are my delicious carrot and feta fritters. They were really tasty. I took 3 small ones to work with me today with some salad and some dressing. They were pretty simple to make, and the recipe is on the UK Weight Watcher app. It says it serves 4. It does also say that you add 2 tablespoons of white flour. I didn't do that. So I cut my points down. So per portion, a quarter of the portion, which is probably 2 large carrot fritters, is 2 points. They're really tasty for that. I just put my carrots through my food processor, which grated them, 600 grams. I chopped up the 5 spring onions, popped those into the same bowl with a heaped teaspoon of garlic, lazy garlic, and a sprinkle of mixed herbs. And then in a separate bowl, whisked 4 eggs, crumbled in 100 grams of feta cheese, and then I seasoned and mixed it all together. And then I just sprayed my pan with fry light and fried them off as fritters. They are quite charred on the edges. They have that same sort of texture as an onion bhaji. I really like that. I did put them in the oven afterwards for about 25 minutes because I wanted my carrot to cook through. I knew that if I was just going to cook those in a frying pan and they weren't the prettiest, I just dolloped them in, they weren't going to cook through. That carrot would have stayed raw in the middle and they'd just been charred on the outside, so I did put them in the oven. Nice salty feta flavour as well, really tasty, with some salad for lunch today, so I'll show you that. For brekkie, I took this Bio and Me porridge pot. It was very nice. It was 8 points though, so it contained a lot of seeds and a lot of good things for your gut, but that's how Weight Watchers work sometimes, isn't it? High point, those type of things. So even though there's no added sugar, it was 8 points. Fruits, so I had some watermelon, some mango, and some Fage yogurt, fat-free yogurt there. I did sprinkle this with a tablespoon of the ground flaxseed, trying to incorporate a few more seeds into my diet. If I'd just taken that, that would have been 0 points. With the flaxseed, that is 1 point. Carrot fritters, they were 2 points for this amount. I did add some low fat salad dressing, which was 1 point, and a side salad with some lemon. The glass container that is holding my fritters is from Temu. As I had 100 grams of feta left in the pack, I mixed that in a food processor with a can of white beans, some lemon juice, some seasoning, and a little dash of harissa paste to make a white bean and feta dip. I didn't have time to eat those at work, so I had my watermelon, my mango, my yogurt, and my porridge at work. And now I've just got home ready for school finishing for my boys, and I'm just going to quickly eat what I'd taken for lunch. So we've got the carrot fritters here and we've got our salad with a little bit of the dressing. Okay, shall we go and have a look around that Airbnb? Let's do it. So Clever Paul and his dad have made this area here, which is where the hot tub is going to sit. It is coming tomorrow. Here is our miniature cow examining the area. Stella! Next time, guys, I will show you the hot tub. It should be here by then. Okay, so we'll start off with the kitchen. You've seen this hundreds of times before, guys, when I've been in here. This room has had new items for the cupboard. So we've got like new chopping boards, weigh scales, utensils, things like that. We do just need to get everything back into place. So it's got a little bit of new artwork on the wall in here. Light When reindeers shed their antlers, this has been made from the shedded antlers. This was here before, however, a couple of the lights were out, so that's been repaired. It's funny how you repair things when you no longer live here. We maybe should have done this when we lived here. Some beautiful bookends there. And we have had the ceiling slightly lowered because it did need plastering. And because it's been lowered, we've now been able to put the spotlights in, which is what it needed really in here because it was quite dark. I think I said a few times when I was filming in here how very dark it was. Got beautiful views. So into the hallway. Now, if you remember, you may not, but this was all tartan carpet. So the tartan carpet that runs up the stairs, this was also, we have now tiled this area. The Airbnb is dog friendly, so we wanted a space where you can come in from the hot tub or come in with your pets, and it's tiled, nice and easy to clean. This area is quite similar, however we've gone with a green colour on the wall. So this originally was like a pale gold colour. We are now green. And we've got a little bench here for taking your wellies off or your walking boots when you come in from a lovely walk in the fields. Russ has remained in this house to keep a watch over anybody that visits. And we've got the hot tub towels here. So out this door and over to the hot tub. This room is very similar. We haven't done much at all. We've replaced some of the artwork as we've taken our artwork over to our house. However, we have left this Amsterdam drawing here. Line drawing of the buildings in Amsterdam. Amsterdam landscape. And we've just had a shuffle around of a few things. So this bookcase has come into here. The lights remained. We've got our wood burner. So then upstairs, up we go. We've got the bathroom. Now this is near enough. It is exactly the same. There's no change in here. Got the bath. Popped a little one of these on for if you're having a nice relaxing bath. You can put your iPad on it and chill out in here. The beautiful picturesque view. Yo, 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 yo. Kept all the original doors. We have put a lock on this door. This it's funny, like say what you do when you live there. You don't seem to bother. You just know if somebody's in, if one of the boys is in, you just stay out. If you've got guests, there needs to be a decent lock on that door. So we popped one on there. All the same curtains and everything from when we lived here. I love these style. They're very Victorian-esque with the pom-poms and the green velvet. Tried to keep it really traditional, so we've kept some of our artwork that we had. We've popped in another light here, the one that we had broken. Laurie's room. So this has had a repaint. This was navy blue before. He wanted it's quite a dark room to be honest, but that's how he liked it. It's had a new laminate floor. The wardrobe out of mine and Paul's bedroom has come into here, and then we have put twin beds in. Got our travel cot and baby gates there so that it's suitable for if people are staying with children. Sebastian's room, very similar to how it was, just new bedding and new bedside tables and dressing table. Oh, somebody's put that there. That's Paul, that. He's put that up there. What do we think about this in here? This pink. Are we feeling like that's matching? I mean, I didn't notice it, so it's not offensive. I just feel a little bit like we're going with the silver theme, and it's a gold frame. But hey ho, I can always move it. I think it's probably just gone up there for the time being. This was mine and Paul's room. So this has had a fresh coat of paint. It was like a pale pink colour. It's now grey. This little plant has met its demise, I think. I didn't water it for a while, and then I overwatered it. It's not happy. There's no one living here anymore. As we were moving things around, my dressing table did get broken, so we've had to replace that. So we've replaced it with this one here. Still the same chair. We've got new bedside tables in here as the eyes went into Laurie's room. The mirrors and the curtains are all the same, and the wall hanging, kept that. And then we've got all new bedding. Ensuite, just exactly as it was. The bathrooms haven't changed at all. It was the same, it's just the same. This area where the shower is. It's a very small room, so it's a little bit tricky to show you, but I hope you can see. This picture here used to be on this wall here, and me and Paul used to be there on our wedding day. But of course, when you're renting your house out, you're not gonna have pictures of yourselves, are you? So that is it. That is the full tour. How many times have I been walking down these stairs and vlogged at the same time? I'm getting a dab hand at it now. There's no way I'm falling. There's no way, even with Stella under my feet now, I'm not falling. No way. Having a good look round. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's a bit unusual, but I just thought, I'll show you the changes. Me and Paul have been super duper busy doing it, so we've been pushing to get it ready. Nearly there now. So now I'm just gonna go take a quick walk, and then I'll come back to you and we'll make a delicious leek risotto. Well, I'm hoping it's delicious. I mean, I've not made it before, so we'll give it a go. I have a friend who loves it when the cows appear on the video. So here they are, they've returned. We know that summer's on its way. We're getting beautiful weather at the moment in the UK. I don't know if it's the whole of the UK, but it is where I live. Absolutely loving this weather. My beautiful human, if you're watching, there's the cows. We've got mostly black and white cows this time. Last year they were a lot of brown and white. These ones don't seem quite as interested in us. Last year they were coming up to the fence, they were leaning over. Oh, they were great. These ones are beautiful. They're just taking a little while to get used to us, I think. It would usually be my Weight Watching meeting tomorrow. However, my leader is on holiday for 2 weeks and there's no cover. No, don't have cover now for in-person meetings. I think they're like sort of dying a death a little bit, aren't they, in-person meetings? I've heard they closed a lot down. Mine stayed, but then there isn't any cover when somebody goes on holiday. Watching a bit of YouTube this week, making sure I keep on top of things and keep motivated. I don't know if I mentioned last week, I've just started 10 minutes of walking each day. My sister started this at Christmas and now she is on quite a lot of walking and yoga. I did think at first, oh, what is 10 minutes gonna do? Starting small working my way up. I don't know if anybody else is watching the new series of The Circle, and it is the US version and it's on Netflix, so maybe it's been out a while in the US. Oh, I absolutely love The Circle. Me and Paul are a bit addicted to it, and they finish everything with a hashtag. I feel like I want to hashtag starting small, ending strong. Hey, I'm back. I spent most of my time talking to you, to be fair. Wasn't a right lot of walking going on, was there? It's just more like lackadaisical chatting away to yourself. It's better when you go with a friend anyway, it passes the time. If you are watching The Circle, I doubt it. I mean, I think I'm one of a minority. But please don't tell me who's won, because I'm not up to that point. Oh my gosh, I'd be devastated. Please don't tell me who's won. So let's get on now with making the leek risotto. I'm hoping that this tastes good. We'll start with 6 rashers of bacon, the medallions, chopped. 5 leeks. Now leeks, usually pretty large. These, because they've been like sort of homegrown, they're quite small, so even though it calls for 5, I've got 10. I'm all right with a little bit of extra leek. But if your leeks were bigger than these, I mean, these are just like large spring onions. If they were bigger than this, you'd get away with just 5. 160 grams of the risotto rice. Is it arborio, guys? Is that correct? I think it's called arborio, but also I think you can get it as just labelled as risotto rice. I am not a big risotto maker or eater. I know sometimes that stirring has put me off in the past. This is so basic though that I think even I will be able to master it. Got a vegetable stock pot, 105 grams of half fat cheddar. Now parmesan would be great. I haven't got no parmesan, so we're using half fat cheddar. I still think it's quite a strong one, this one, so I think you'll still be able to taste the cheese. Let's get cracking. We start by spraying our pan with fry light. I use the buttery fry light. I don't know if any of the fry lights taste different, you know. I don't know whether this is just a marketing thing. I don't think I could tell the difference, but I use the buttery one and I pop my bacon on to crisp up in the pan for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I chopped all these leeks, but I tend to put a YouTube video on or a podcast when I'm cooking. Quite therapeutic, really. You can just have a bit of me time, do a bit of chopping, listen to a podcast. Once I had chopped the leeks, I grated the 105 grams of half fat cheddar, 10 points of cheddar, and I'm going to say something that I cannot believe is coming out of my mouth, but if you wanted to leave this cheese out, I think it would probably still taste very, very nice. Okay, so we've got 500 millilitres of vegetable stock, which we're going to add to the pan a ladleful at a time. So instead of me getting a ladle in there, I'm just going to pour a little bit in each time. You've got to do it quite slowly, haven't you? It's a bit standing over the pan, but all this bit's been dead easy so far, so I don't mind standing here for a little bit. Bacon is crisped up now, so I'm going to take that off, empty that out of the pan, keep all those little bacon juices in the bottom, and then I'm going to add my leeks, fry those off, and then my rice, and then gradually add the stock. Out with the bacon, in with a little bit more fry light, and in go the leeks. You can see my pan is all blackened from the bacon, but I'm keeping that in. That actually flavoured the risotto. So once my leeks had cooked for 10 minutes and become soft, I then added my risotto rice. I cooked this for 1 minute, and then I started to gradually add my stock. See all those good flavours now coming up from the bottom of the pan. Keep stirring and adding a little bit at a time. For 12 minutes, all that stock had been absorbed, but I did give it a taste and the rice was a little bit hard.
So I added another 100 millilitres of water to my jug, added that and cooked for another 3 minutes. After a full 15 minutes, the rice was lovely and soft. Once all my rice was cooked, I added back in the bacon and the cheese. The risotto did not need any extra salt because of the cheese, the bacon, the stock. I would say after having this risotto, you could cook this for a dinner party and wow people. It was really nice. I think that if I have friends over, this will be a staple for me. I couldn't believe it was only 9 points per serving. If you were going down that whole fancy route, maybe you could top with a little bit of truffle or some pea shoots or some extra cheese if you were having it for a dinner party. However, this was just a midweek meal for me. Bit of black pepper, Bob's your uncle.
Oh my gosh, guys, I've just had the first bite. So, he's really, really nice. To say how simple it was, I know I had to spend a long time stirring it, but that was fine. I was listening to a podcast. It's very salty. Because per portion you've got 2 rashers of bacon and a quarter of a stock pot. But it's really, really good. It's cheesy and gooey. I'll be making it again. 9 points. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah! The risotto was a success. I'm glad about that. Next week, instead of meeting me here, you're going to meet me in Paris. I can't wait for you to join us. Me and Paul, we're just daft. And we concoct a way of grading all the food that we eat in Paris. We're cutting back to a couple of months ago when it was my birthday and we took a trip. Just me and Paul this one. It's a couple holiday over to Paris. So please come and join us for that. It was fantastic and filmed lots and lots. So I will see you there next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.